Hey guys, welcome to our next JavaScript challenge where we're going to be working with a function that takes in the array and then checks if all the numbers summed up are equal to a largest number that you have in array. So let's say you have an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then you have the 13. Now, if 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6, basically the rest of the numbers apart from the max one equal the max number, then we're going to be returning true. Otherwise, we're going to be returning false. So let's say if we have 1, 2, 4, 22, and 34, we know that sum with 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 22 will be 29, and 29 will not going to be equal to a 34. As always, if you would like to work on your solution first, pause the video and then you can resume it and look at my solution, as well as if you come up with a better solution, or in general, if you just want to share your solution so anybody can benefit, just go to a comments and post your solution. So first and foremost, I have the function. Now I call this function array sum. You can call this array addition. I mean, you can call this, I don't know, beto or orc. It doesn't really matter. So what happens is I do have this function and I'm passing here one time I'm passing the true value and the second time will be false. So why don't we start working on the function? Well, first and foremost, I would want to start working with a temporary array. But what I would like to do is first get a sorting method because I know that with array, I can just sort them out. I can sort them either descending or ascending order. And the way this is going to work, I can say, all right, so let temp, and I'm going to call this array, and then I'm going to use the array sort method. Now for the array sort method, I'm going to pass the callback function, and that callback function will going to be applied. And in that callback function, there's going to be two things. So basically, there are going to be two items. And then I'm going to say that I would want to have some kind of return. Now with a sort, if I'm returning the negative value, then the A will going to have a lower index than a B. So if I'm going to do something like this, then why don't we also right away return the temporary array? So return temp array, and then we're going to see what happens. So at the moment, obviously, you're looking at it and you're like, well, I can only see this working with the second one because with the first one, you already wrote it correctly. So why don't I change this? I'm going to say 6 is going to be here, and let's say 2 is going to be here. And now what I can see right now is still I'm returning 1, 2, 4, and 6, and 13. So if I'm going to be returning negative value from this function, then A will going to have a lower index, meaning let's say 0, and then B would have 1. Now, if I'm going to flip them around, I'm going to say B minus 1, then the max value is going to be actually in the beginning. Because what happens is now B obviously is going to have a lower index than the A. So in my case, I'm just going to keep A minus B. That would be basics about the sort function. And now let's figure out. So I would like to first of all get the largest number. Now I can know that I can just get that largest number by using pop, because that way the pop removes the last item from the array. So I can say, okay, let largest, and this will going to be equal to my temporary array, and then we can have the pop. Now, as always, if you want to check it out, I can just say what will going to be my largest. So largest return, and I can see that in the first case, largest number would be 13, and then I have 34. Now, this is the time where I can use reduce to sum up all the numbers. I can use for each, I can use map, I mean, you name it. So in my case, I used for each, but again, there's many other methods that we can use. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to say, all right, so first of all, there will going to be number. So that will be my variable. And I'm going to use temp array. So whatever is left from this array, because if we're using the pop, we're actually removing the last item as well, meaning our array anymore doesn't have the max number. So that way I can say, all right, so for each, and now I'm going to write each and every item, since for each is going to be applied to each and every item. This is going to be my callback function. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, so number plus whatever you have the item there. So I'm going to loop through my array, and I'm going to add whatever value I have in each and every item to the number. And then I'm obviously just going to check what is happening. Now I can basically do like this. I can just say return, and I can just say largest is equal to a number. So if the largest will going to be equal to the number, then obviously I'm going to return true. Otherwise, this will be false. Now, once I save that, at the moment, as you can see, I already have the return largest, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then I can see that in the first case, return is true, because obviously the largest will be equal to a sum of the rest of the items in the array. And in the second case, this is going to be false. So that was my solution, how I can find whether rest of the numbers or items in the array have the value equal to a max value that you have in the array.